about the condition of the people in the last day. He said, after all of these people, he mentioned the best people are in my time. And then he said, would be the tabi'in, etc. And then there will be just normal people till the end, he said, and then my brothers. And he means my brothers and sisters. He said it like this. And they said, Ya Rasulullah, aren't we your brothers? He said, no, you're my companions, ashab. But they're my brothers. Because you see me and you believe in me. But they don't see me and they believe in me. So whatever we face, whatever condition that we're up against, know this, that you're really in the best time in another way, because if you'll hang on to Islam, if you'll stay strong with your brothers and sisters in Islam, and if Allah accept, you're going to be the next door neighbor to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is for sure. As far as to answer your question, there are many people in my country right now who are just now waking up to Islam and becoming Muslims. And they're holding on to Islam tighter than the one born into it. Somebody born into something, raised in something, no matter how much they like it, they can't appreciate it like the one who never had it and suddenly they have it. Whether it's money or wealth, whether it's fame and glory, or whether it's Islam, all of it has this one thing of human nature. If you're born in it, you never really show the appreciation until you don't have it anymore. Sometimes you lose it, and when you come back to it, you're even stronger in it than the one who also born in it but stayed in it and just want to have fun. Sorry. But you understand what I mean. And we do have some people there, and they're really working hard for the sake of Islam. Some of the people that you had up here, maybe you'll even have some more, like Hussein Yi. Maybe you heard of Hussein Yi. If you bring this man, I know for sure that this is somebody has such stories that amaze you. Who's Chinese, like Buddhist,
Malaysian,
then atheist, and then Islam, and then became a scholar, and then today one of the best people I ever met in my life. This is one. You already had Zakir Naik, you already know about this man. Mufti Menk. There's somebody else. You had his name up here. Amazing. You got the right direction. As far as I'm concerned, these are the people. But there are a lot of people who we don't know their names. We don't know about them. But in front of Allah, maybe they're much stronger even than what we talked about. So regardless whether it's in the United States or here, there's always people who like this deen so much. They'll give everything for it. So I don't really know all the people, the Muslims in America, so I can't really speak for them. But I can give a generalization, and I hope it helped answer your question.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Give applause for him. Thank you. Okay, do we have another question? Tadi sudah terjawab ya Mas pertanyaannya ya. Oke, silakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
I have a question. What is the reason that makes you become Muslim? Thank you.
What's your name?
Alicia.
Alicia? Alicia's name. How old are you?
14.
14 years old?
What was her question?
And your question was?
What is the reason that makes you Muslim?
Do you know the real fast answer? The fast answer is Allah. Because everything's from Allah. Yeah? But what in this world appeals to somebody like me to make them make the decision? The funny part about it was I met a Muslim. But it wasn't because I wanted to. I didn't want to meet the Muslim. My My father told me one day we're going to do business with a guy from Egypt. I like that, Egypt. All right, pyramids, Sphinx, Abu Ho. This looks good to me. And the Nile River, the stories about Egypt. Oh, and we can use this on our, in our folders and brochures. And I like it. No. He said, and he's a Muslim. I said, what? A Muslim? Ooh. No, come on. Now, my father's very religious. In our religion, Christianity, he was very well known by the people around him. And anyway, he's telling me he wants to meet. I said, Dad, you know better than anybody. These guys are terrorists, kidnappers, hijackers. They don't believe in God. They worship a black box in the desert, kiss the ground 5 times a day. I don't need this. He said, no, you have to meet this man. Why? Now, I knew, in my mind, what Muslims look like. Do you know what they look like? Yeah. They wear this long thing on here. Well, yeah. And they have big beards. And one eyebrow all the way across. And big turban, imama, on his head, yeah? And maybe a sword. So this is what I'm ready for. And my father said, you got to meet this guy. I said, okay, we'll do it on my terms. You know, what's my terms? I'm going to come, it has to be Sunday. And I'm going to come from church. And I'm going to have my cross, the salib, yeah, and my Bible under my arm, and my hat said, Jesus is Lord. And I'm going to meet this guy. And when I got there to the shop, we have a shop in the mall. And I said, where's the guy? He said, he's right here. And kind of like this guy, except no hair. No hair. Bald head. Yeah? He looks like a normal person. Doesn't look like a Muslim. He looks normal. And I met him and we shook hands and I thought, wow, I thought maybe they're like dead fish or something, normal guy. First thing I said to him, and this is not a joke, I'm not exaggerating, the first thing I said to him, so you guys don't believe in God, do you? A Muslim who doesn't believe in Allah? This is horrible. How misguided could somebody be? But he said, no, we believe in God. I said, but you don't. I was mixing it up actually with Hindus because I had seen too many different things and mixed them all up in my head. And I said, yeah, but it's not the one God, not the God of Adam. And he said, oh yeah, Adam, we know Adam. I said, what? Really? Yeah. You know about the Old Testament? He said, yeah, we believe in that. I said, what? Whoa, man. It was a shock for me. Then I said, do you ever hear about somebody named Abraham? Now what's funny, this man, he's from the descendants of the grandchildren of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So does he know about Ibrahim? It's his own grandfather, right? Yes. How am I going to tell him about his own? But he said, yeah, I heard of him. Moses? Yeah. And he said, we believe in all of this. Then it came to me, but you never heard the precious name of Jesus. This is the way they talk in Texas, like when they preach it. Jesus! And he looked at me and he said, no, we believe. I said, in a miracle birth? He said, yes. Wait a minute, even the Jews don't believe that.
Oh, really?
I said, you believe that? He said, yeah. Miracle birth, miracles that he did, even bringing a dead man back to life. We have all of that in Islam. I said, there's hope for this guy. I can convert this guy. Come on. So I took him over. In those days, I didn't drink as much coffee. I drank tea as well. I took him for tea. I still drank the coffee. But anyway, we sat there, we talked. And I want to read to him from my Bible. So I flip it open. And it turns to the book of Genesis, which is the very beginning of the Bible. Usually it should open in the middle. It opened to Genesis. And what do you think? The story of Abraham is right there. So I'm telling him like this. He's going, yeah, I believe that. Really? Now he could have said, that's my grandfather. And he would have wiped me out. But he didn't do that. Instead, I told my dad, look at this guy, man. I'm going to work on him. My father told me, no, leave him alone. He has his religion. We have our religion. And so, so this is how it started. 3 months we traveled together. I'm going to make it short for you. Maybe it's too late for that, but anyway. 3 months we were traveling together, and every day I'm trying to think of something to have a debate with this guy. I know about debates, okay? And I'm trying my best, and every time he would beat me. Every time. But he would do it with just one simple thing. Hadith, ayah from Quran, and I'd be like, whoa, oh, wow. Never thought of that. Never thought of that. 3 months. A friend of mine who's a Catholic priest had a heart attack. When he got out of the hospital, he came to live in our house. He asked the Muslim, can I go to your church? He needs the masjid, and see what they do. When he came back, we took him aside and said, come here. What do they do in there? Do they, slaughter animals, make bombs? What do they do? He told me that the men standing like this in a row, like monks, quiet, because it was Dover time. He said they say nothing. They just stand there, then they bow, then they make the sajda on the floor. He said it made me cry. It was beautiful, so peaceful. I said, this is not what I saw on television. This is not the same thing. What the heck? Then, the next week, the priest went with him again, and he came back, he was a Muslim. The Catholic priest became a Muslim. That means he gave up everything. Everything. His whole family, everybody's going to hate him now. But he said, no, I have to do this. I was like, wow, what happened? So now I'm convinced from the things that I heard, and I'm thinking this is a good chance for me to tell my wife, see what she says about it. I'm still upstairs, time to go to sleep, everything. I said, what do you think about this priest who became a Muslim? She said, I want a divorce. I said, what? Whoa, what happened? She said, a Muslim cannot be married to a Christian. I said, whoa, hold up, man, okay. I can see I went the wrong way on that one. Oh, no, I would never be a Muslim. I said, never, no, don't worry about that. I always talk about the priest. Did you get... No, don't worry about it. Besides, the Muslim, he told us that a Christian woman could be married to a Muslim man, but don't worry about that. I'm not going to do that, all right? But, of course, you know that a Muslim woman shouldn't be married to a Christian man. She said, that's what I mean. I want to be a Muslim. Oops. Oops. Now I'm in big trouble. So, oh my God. Okay, the good news is, flash announcement for everybody. The good news is, I also want to be a Muslim. Yay! She said, I still want a divorce. I said, why? She said, because you're a liar.
What?
I said, no, I'm not lying, I'm telling the truth. She said, you're either a liar right now or a liar 5 minutes ago because you said you wouldn't be one. Now you said you will. This is not for Allah.
Okay.
Now get out. I was halfway down the stairs, leaving, before I woke up and realized she kicked me out of my own father's house. So I went. I'm telling you the story for a reason, to get to your answer. I went to the Muslim. I woke him up. I said, listen, you and me, we got to step outside. He said, whoa, what's going on? Like that in Texas language, that means we want to fight. But I didn't mean that. I said, we just need to go outside because I needed to ask him a lot of questions. Anyway, well, we're walking outside and talking. I'm doing all the talking, he's doing the walking, you know. And so many things in my life, I was going on and on and on and on. Finally, after telling him, oh, what will happen if I become a Muslim, my wife, my father, the people in the church, and you know, all this stuff. He said, you know what? The subject is not about you and your congregation, or you
And your wife.
and your family,
Yeah.
you and your father, you and your wife, or even you and me. The subject is about you
And Allah.
and him.
Yes.
You need to go talk to him. Like, what? Now, keep in mind, I'm a music minister in the church. I'm the one that's responsible for the music and the organs and pianos, which I sold to them. Anyway, what I'm saying is, I should know. But I had no idea exactly what I'm going to say. Because everything is rehearsed. Songs are rehearsed. The sermons are rehearsed. Everything is rehearsed. What would you say? Suddenly, you have to say something to God. And you're like, huh? Like what? And there's nobody there except you. And Allah listening to you. It came in my mind, okay, this Muslim, he always faced this direction. He always put his head on the ground. I don't remember all the other stuff, but let me try this. I put my head on the ground. You see, I have no trouble talking, right? You figured that out. But in this case, I couldn't say anything. I couldn't think of anything to say. Because I'm really in front of Almighty Allah. What am I going to say? I couldn't say anything. And finally, it came in my mouth like this. Guide me. That's the turning point. When any human being in their heart says, guide me to him, that's the open door. That's when it happens. Because immediately, when I said the words, I could feel something inside of me. And I raised up my head and I look around, and everything is exactly the same as when I put my head down on the outside. But nothing on the inside is the same anymore. Because now I can see the real problem I have is me. I have to work on me. This is the problem. It's not anybody else. It's me. It's not the situation. It's not the place. It's me. I have to work on me. So I went in the house, and now it's time for Fajr, by the way. The Muslim, he's there, Muhammad Abdurrahman. And the new Muslim, which is the priest, is with him. I said, I need to enter Islam. So they give me shahada. Then my wife, she came down, she had like you have. Only she made it from like a tablecloth, something like this. And she had it on and she said, I want to be a Muslim. So she entered Islam. And we did our first salah right there.
Keren
On that
banget.
day.
Masya Allah.
Later my father became a Muslim.
Masya Allah.
My daughters, my little daughters, they were like this and this. Yeah? And they became Muslims. Today they are the best of the Muslims. I'm so proud of my daughters. One, she's 29, the other one's like 32, like, you know. And I have 4 granddaughters from her. And they're, the one, you're 14, I think you said. I have one, she's like 11. And then smaller after that. And all of them They love Islam so much. You ask any of them any question about Islam, they got it. And memorizing Quran. And the one that this is another story, but just touch on this one. When I was in California, before I lived there, one of the young men who was taking me around, I liked this guy. I don't know why, I just liked him so much. Turns out he's from Damascus, Syria. And when he was taking me to the airport, I said, "Son, how would you like to marry my daughter?" He almost had a car wreck. He said, "What? Married to the daughter of Yusuf? Oh my God!" You know? And they finally got married. Oh yeah. Once they met, on the same day they met, we told them to do istikhara. They got married that night. You want to know where they got married? We were in Medina. And we were across the street from the masjid. And we took them over in front of Masjid Nabawi. And we laid down the sufra like this for the ladies and one for the men. And she sat there with the ladies. He sat there with us. And we did the whole marriage thing with the signing and everything right there. And I'm telling you this for another reason. Because one of our friends, he was saying, "Zawaj, zawaj, marriage, marriage." And a man walking stopped. And he turned to us and he came over and he started making dua in the Arabic language. Beautiful dua. Guess where he's from? Indonesia. And as I was telling the story, I remembered that. It just came back to me tonight. But he was standing there making this, and I said, "This man is amazing at Arabic." And my friend said, "No, this is not. It's too pure. It's not a regular Arab." And then we found out he was from Indonesia. I don't know who it was, but he did a beautiful job, and that was the beginning of something amazing. So what is it? What is the answer to your question? Can you find it? It's inside. Allah said, "You do not guide who you love, but it is Allah who guides whoever He wills to the straight path of Islam." Make sense?
Yep.
Thank you for giving me a question that let me tell the story. Because a lot of people, they say, "I want you to tell the story."
Thank you very much. Pertanyaannya tadi sesi tanya jawab sudah kita tutup ya, karena jadwal beliau memang sudah cukup panjang seharian ini. And thank you very much for your time.
Barakallahu fikum. But next time, just one thing, okay? I want to ask the questions. You guys get the answers. Is it? Or, you know what? Hey, I got another idea. A game show. This is a game show. Give me the answers and I'll figure out what the question was. And I win a prize like Jeopardy. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, it's time for photo session, and I would like to give a chance for all the audience